Hi, this is Reverend Paul Slatkus, and this is Good News Planet, and we're speaking to Gerald and Nicole. Hi, how are you both?
Amazing.
Excellent. Congratulations, you're getting married. You're getting married.
Sure. Thank you so much.
We say
how
it the
exciting.
same way. We're getting married.
And I love the fact that I'm a reverend, an interfaith marriage certified kind of guy, and I do weddings, and it's always such a happy time. And you have a history together, I think, that goes back to high school. Is that right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I guess I'll do that because that's my story.
Okay. Oh, really?
A little bit.
Okay.
Back in high school, well, I should start a little earlier. Our families know each other. My older brother went to school with his older brother. Our fathers know each other from the softball fields and the t-ball fields, and they were very involved in the community. And Gerald and I shared the same high school my freshman year in high school, and I had a little crush on him, but he was 2 grades above me. And, you know, back then you didn't really go for someone who was older than you. You stuck to your own grade. You know, the boys that were older than you didn't look at you anyways. So I just never really said anything, and we never really met. We didn't actually, you know, go up to each other and say, hi, how are you, or anything like that. We just kind of just never really met. And he graduated the next year, and I moved to a different city, and, you know, nothing ever came about of it until 12 years later. So.
And how did that happen?
That was kind of crazy. I had gone on eHarmony or on a internet dating site for 6 months, and I was, you know, looking around on there and trying to meet people, and I had never really found anyone that was worth pursuing, I should say, or that I ever went to the full extent of pursuing until they sent me Gerald, and he and I were matched. And we started talking over the eHarmony or over the internet, because it's got several stages that you answer questions and things like that. You know, you don't just like directly talk. You don't just meet. You don't just, you know, you have to answer questions and send them back to the person. And then if they like you, they answer your questions and send more questions back to you. So we were just, you know, chatting away for about a month or so, and I was sitting there one day typing on the computer to him, and all of a sudden it kind of came to me like, you know, how many Geralds do I know? Could this be the Gerald from high school that I remember 12 years ago? You know, what's the possibility of that?
Hello?
So I just asked him, you know, is this you? Is this Gerald Sapienza? And he just paused.
Yeah, it was me.
Hey, so Gerald, let me ask you a question. So did you have any wonderment here? Could it be at all? Did anything hit your brain in this process?
No, it did not. The picture that they sent along with the profile didn't look like her at all. And then when she typed in her last name after I gave her mine, then the last name started clicking on, you know, her brothers, her dad, and, you know, then she started coming back to memory of people talking about her in high school and everything. So it was quite an adventure.
Yay. Well, congratulations to you both. Now, and then there's a ton of more exciting stuff going on here. So actually, we're talking about a Farmers Insurance dream wedding, and you're literally going to get married at the Tournament of Roses parade, I believe, on the float. Do I understand this correctly? Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are 100% correct.
I've worked on that parade, and that parade, I don't know if you've ever been there, but it is, the smell of that parade alone is enough to keep you going for a bunch of years. Have you ever been at the parade?
No, never been.
Nope, we've never been. So this is even more amazing that we get to do this for the first time, and such an amazing experience with Farmers Insurance.
Yeah.
Well, It's a beautiful, beautiful occasion, and so, and I believe it's the 54th year. I think that Farmers have been involved.
Yeah.
And so there was some kind of a contest, and now you got a bridal, David's Bridal, and you have Men's Warehouse, and we have a lot of good news here. I love this. This is our thing.
We actually got to do that stuff on Wednesday. I went to David's Bridal on Wednesday morning for my final dress fitting.
Yep.
So that was a lot of fun. And then Gerald and the boys went to Men's Warehouse on Wednesday night and actually got fit for all their tuxes.
Yay.
Yeah,
this is marvelous. It's a real beautiful kind of a thing, and I think you go to an after party or something. This is great. But what was the contest? What did Farmers have you do to be able to win this?
Well, we had to write a 500-character essay on how we met, our relationship, and they picked 12 people out of that essay contest part, and then when we got into the final 12, we had the Skype interview with people from the culture shop that we're dealing with, and then I think it was the next day, Nicole.
I think so. Next day or day after. It wasn't a lot of time, It was just. It was so quick.
Okay, and then after that, we entered the final 4, and they sent a film crew over. They shot a 3-minute video for people on the media sites or social media sites to judge on.
Okay.
And they threw us an engagement party that evening. And then
that was nice because we never got that for real when we got engaged, so that was nice.
Yeah, we never got that. They actually took engagement photos as well,
which was nice because we never did that either.
Yeah. But to make a long story short, the video.
Give me their phone number. I never know. I'm single again. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They posted the videos on YouTube and on a social media site, and we started campaigning for the 2 of us. And
we hit the ground running October 30th when the contest went live, and we just were all over social media sites and out in the public and trying to, meet people and enlist votes and get our friends to vote every day and get our coworkers to vote every day, and everybody that we could know, everybody that we could talk to knew about the contest.
Oh yeah. There was not a single day where we didn't go out or anything. It was every day for 2 weeks that we were out there campaigning.
We were out at the polls handing out flyers on election day as it was freezing outside. We were dressing as the bride and groom and going out to local festivals and meeting people. We were just all over the place.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
When we ran out of ideas, we looked at each other and went, let's just go out to eat. And we would go into a restaurant and just start bombarding people with flyers.
My best buddy, his son's getting married, okay? So my daughter's married. I'm a grandpa and all that kind of stuff, right? Nice. And it's the greatest joy and the happiness of life. So, and weddings are just such a beautiful thing. But they're expensive. They're a lot of money.
They are a lot of money, and that's, I think, what the motivation was, is that we have been talking about how to do this for the last couple of years, about the 2 years we've been engaged, and every time we talk about it, we hit a roadblock where, we've got family from out of town, grandmothers that can't travel, that are, 80-something years old. They just can't make it to Virginia. So then we thought about having it up there, and then the cost gets crazy, having all the people from here go up there, and then people from here can't make it up there, and it was a whole lot that we just couldn't figure out. So ultimately we had decided that we were going to have a really small 10, 20-person wedding. We were going to hire a videographer, spend our money there, and we were going to tape it, and we were going to broadcast it to our family. So when this contest came up on the Farmers Insurance Facebook page, we immediately zoned in on it because it was really similar, except for national television. It was really similar to the format we had already chosen for what we wanted to do. So it was actually worked out well for us.
And a couple roses.
Yeah, exactly. Some roses, and but it's just an amazing opportunity, to have a dress and a tux and rings and marriage license fees and an officiant and all of that. It's crazy.
Shucks! Did you hire the officiant? I'd come out for that one.
They did hire the officiant. I just saw a press release the other day that they hired the officiant. So.
All right, if the officiant can't make it, just call me. I'll be happy. I love the Rose Parade, the Rose Bowl, the Rose Parade, that whole atmosphere. And of course, this little wedding that you're going to have, that's kind of nice too. All right, listen, I'll let you go because I know you're talking to a lot of people, and I know it's farmers.com, and we'll put all that kind of stuff. And congratulations. Let me ask you one last question. What's good news for each one of you?
Go ahead, honey. You can go first.
What's good news for me?
Yes.
We're getting married in less than 2 weeks.
Okay.
My good news is that my entire office has come together to allow me to go to California and get married in 2 weeks because there has been a point at work where I just couldn't leave at all when we were a smaller office, and I'm very fortunate for my coworkers that they've come together to allow me to be able to leave the office and do this. So I'm just astonished by everything, by the fact that we won, that's good news, by the fact that we get to have this wedding, and that we're so blessed with the best friends, family, coworkers that we can even imagine. That's the best thing.
I'm sure you're like that for everyone there. All right, it's a beautiful thing. Congratulations, and thanks for sharing good news with us.
Randy.
Take care. Have fun today.
Thanks.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.